Hi, my name is Savet. I'm a channeler of the being from Orion constellation, particularly a star called Mantaka. Um, and I've been told I'm a channeler since from 2019, and I've been told I'm wakened by this being, which is called Okusawa, and that I'm a star seed and from Orion Muntaka. So I just basically channeling all the information from Oksaba and this cosmic intelligent being, which is she told me that is about a 1 million Earth years, the intelligence between humanity and Muntakans from Orion constellation. So I've been wakened by this being 2019 and nearly 6-7 years, and I've been doing channeling friends and family as well. I just want to explain, friends, that about how the humanity explained by Oksawa to me that humans are multidimensional beings. They have not been wakened properly. There are reason for that, as Okusawa explained. Also, I will give you a little bit of background of me. I am finance stroke mathematician stroke quantum physicist researcher. Since I was 16 I was researching. I'm doing a master's in neuroscience at the moment, and I'm also hypnotherapist as well. Beside the fact that my background, and I just want to share my experiences and also channeling bit more about from the Orion constellation from Okusawa, about why we are here and what the human race all about. And always I ask this question myself, and I want you to sort of, I'm sure you got, all of you guys as a human race, we got all these questions in our mind. So I just want to enlighten you all and share the information I got and channeling by from Okusawa as a starseed as well. So I will explain what starseed as well. I didn't know 6-7 years ago exactly what mean as a starseed, so I will explain it all. So as a human, I've been told that we are multidimensional beings, and I will explain the brain structure, what it's capable of doing, and everything else. But first of all, look at our DNA. I've been told that there are 3 types of human race in the earth. First type is humanoids. Humanoids are between 2 human, pure human DNA, and they basically conceived and then have a kid, that kid called humanoid. And hybrid is one of the X or Y chromosome, whichever, male or female. One of them is cosmic being, which is starseed. That could be from Sirius, Arcturian, Orion, Pleiadian, Andromedan, could be Draconian, could be Reptilian, and could be Draconian. Sorry, I said that. What's the other one? archons or Anunnaki. So, and one of them is humanoid. So human, X chromosome, Y chromosome could be one of the cosmic beings that I just mentioned, race. Then they conceived as a hybrid kids. Third type of human is, right now is on the planet, this is the 3 types, okay? The third one is starseed like me. It's pure DNA coming from X and Y, male and female, from outside Earth, which is pure cosmic being, which is, I'm from Mantica, but both X and Y coming from Orion. So we've got 3 types: humanoids, hybrid, and starseed. So coming to that, you've got to think about human being multi-dimensional. You have to think about why we are here. This is not a philosophical question. This is actually thinking, coming up in this earth, born in 60 years or 70 years, you know, what we're doing. So looking at the year 2025, you know, it's not much. 2026, beg your pardon, it's not much year past. So if you think about it, civilization wise, where we are at, it's, you know, if we think about it, not sort of thousands of years of civilization, right? That's what I'm trying to say. So if we think about who you are, what's your past life, what is your karmic depth? When you look into your past lives, look at the research around you, near-death experiences, and people go regression hypnotherapy and they find out Dolores Cannon. Just think about all the research, Gnostic knowledge. If you think about it, you have, if you're a multidimensional being, you have multidimensional lives that you had. So there's a karmic loop that you keep coming in this matrix. This matrix been made by all the cosmic beings that I mentioned, the reptilians, the Orions, the Nordics, the Pleiadians. They actually made this system. But what's happened is there are 2 different forces. There are 2 different agenda bases of these beings. The one is really good, you know, they really want humanity to excel, to grow, to evolve. Other side, they just want to use the humanity for their own purposes' sake, for their own sake, like for their own resources, and they do quite not like humanity also. So I will explain this onto my 2nd and 3rd videos, who these forces are and have the matrix been modified and how the karmic loop keep coming to it. So as this, all the spiritual, beside the spiritual, there are lots of research about how we are conscious. Are we in hologram? Are we in simulation? And you know what Earth is about, and you know why this is this a you know, what kind of planet is this? So you have to think about all that questions to open the doors to universe, to connect for your relevant soul families. So you have to think about further. So we came to this earth for a reason. There is a purpose. It's not just for learning. It's not just purely for learning. We need to know what we came up for. You know, what is our soul purpose? What do we need to do to evolve? So we need to think about these questions. Are very important. So for you to think about, there are loads of questions that the science cannot explain, and spirituality does explain, but it's not only spiritual. I do not call that actually purely spiritual, because end of the day, these forces cannot be seen clearly. Like my channeling happens in my completely in my brain. It's been projected to me, to my pineal gland, which is the pineal gland. All you guys know that there's got crystals on it, and we can actually connect those crystals in our pineal gland. And also the help with the hippocampus, we are actually connecting to our starseed families and where we're coming from. And also it's important that you got to think about all the scientists, they cannot explain that there are loads of artifacts and temples, and I wouldn't call temples, I would say buildings and architectures are left out by previous civilizations, which is, it wasn't purely human, it was mixed with, this is not theory, this is channeling from Orion, that Okusawa was saying that they've been living with humans like giants, Orions, in Egyptian time, which is, you know, Babylonian, Atlantis, Lemurians, and we got loads of pyramids all over the world. So there are lots of proof. You know, it's not that believable or not. It's nothing to do with believing it or not. It's actually looking at your own inner to yourself and think about it and asking these questions, you will find the answers. But it's very important that you need to find out. It just cannot be, you know, just think about it. It cannot be 60 or 70 years. We are in, you know, kind of a system that we came up in living, and we don't know this whole universal system. And we are in lots of constellations, star constellations that you know, explains the human civilization, why we are here, and what is human race all about. So also, like all the scientists that explains at the moment that human race, like Darwin theory, for instance, if you think about it, you know, we were caimans and, you know, coming from the monkeys, so on and so forth. Not really. What my Orion being saying that we were very intelligent beings, start with, then we been modified our DNA by lots of, at least like 3-4 races, cosmic being race, star seeds race, to just, you know, keep us not growing, evolving. So we need to, you know, I want to share this with you because I've been going through this myself, and I want trying to understand it all, and I want to help to humanity. Also, I want to help you friends to make a sense of why we are here and what for. So you got to look at, you know, in terms of, I did ask is it a karma, is it a karmic thing? Yes, it is. There is a looping, you know, matrix that keep us in a karma, but I will explain the matrix system, why it is in the loop as well. Also, we need to look at the Earth as a human race, not as a culture, not as a geographical way of look at it, like certain people lives in this geography. You know, we're talking about like, you know, Chinese or Indians or Greeks and Turks. No, we are all human race. We are all in this planet, and we need to find out that in order to us to evolve and grow, we need to wake and we need to understand the consciousness properly, in this consciousness, and aware of why we are here. So it is important that I'm sure, you know, that you want to find out lots of questions in your mind. What is your soul purpose and why you are here? Also, you know, I'm just looking at my notes so I don't miss anything. So this is the also, we got to think about what we are doing for humanity, where humanity goes, you know, and we need to connect, or we need to find out who we are first. There are lots of ways you can find out. You can't sit down and close your eyes and ask the questions. It will be answered. Because all the cosmic beings in our universe, they're waiting for us to connect. This is going to happen, definitely. Every each of us has got telepathic skills. We've got psychic abilities. Like, you know, you're waiting for a phone call from your friends, and then, you know, you're thinking about it, all of a sudden you get the phone call. So that there are things that they are not coincidence. You actually make it happen your own, but you're not realizing it. So it's really important. You have to think through and look at things to try to find out yourself. And also that if you look at as I said, I'm studying quantum physics as well, so because I'm trying to look into answers. Michio explained it: type 1 civilization, type 2 civilization, type 2 civilization. So the type 1 that actually, type 1 civilization, that he was just saying, we are not even type 1, he explained it. So we are not civilized yet. We are not grown yet enough to be able to consider type 1. Type 1, you're actually contained energy as a planet that you are actually producing, and also you're vibrating very high. So we got 12 dimensions, and we only considered ourselves as 3D, three-dimensional way of seeing things, you know. And for instance, think about the furniture. You draw the furniture. Think about the first dimension in your brain. Second dimension, if you draw the furniture on the paper, is a second dimension. The third dimension, you actually make the furniture and look at it at angles. You can see every angle, the furniture. So that's a 3-dimension. Fourth and fifth dimensions, you actually, say for instance, you're looking at from the helicopter and see the people, every single houses, see people in the houses. So that's fourth and fifth dimension. So the 12th dimension, basically, I need to mention that it's the Okusawa from 12th dimension too. It's is a quasi metaphysical being, which means that it can be physical, it can be in body, it can be an energetical being. It's a very intelligent being, and I will explain to you that how I been wakened by Oksawa. She's amazing. And also explain to me that, you know, the first thing that I ask, what kind of society aids they have in Orion Mintaka, because before I actually awakened the feel that I was there, you know, who I was, she mentioned that they don't have they have a matriarchal society, and they have divine androgynous and feminine beings. They're very high vibrational beings and extremely light and benevolent beings. So I will explain my experiences, how first time that I channeled and I start seeing Oksawa. But before I just want to mention that it's basically in this video I just want to explain we are multidimensional being. We are in the space that makes us cosmic being. So the reality is not fixed. It's definitely not fixed, and destiny is not fixed. It can be predicted, but every single minute you can change it. So also you think about this as well. What is important in terms of, think about the concept of time. Right now is important. Present time, not past, not future, is right now. Because future, what you're making right now. The past is you already dealt with. You cannot change it. So it's very important right now that you stay in the present moment and you're aware of what's going around you. I think this is a lot of things in psychology as well. Carl Jung, and a lot of psychologists. I don't want to give the Freud as an example, but if you think about yourself, that self-identity, that who you think that who you are is actually all the past experiences that make you who you are right now. So we need to change that too. So that helps for our awakening as well. I want to share this, and I want to raise your vibration. It's really important. Us as a unity and as a collective human race, and I'm here to do that as well. So I think it's another videos that I'm going to make regards to being authentic, and I channel this quite a lot with Oksawa, and I believe that it's very important us being, as a human race, being authentic rather than theatrical and fake beings. And I think that is the a lot of the confusion that we create in around us, family, friends, to not being authentic, even in the workplaces. All of us actually, we must be authentic. I think that is very important, and it will improve if all of us being authentic. I think that's very crucial. That's I've been told with channeling by Observer. Also, I've been waking to light language from Orion, ancient light language, Orion, that that I wasn't aware of, that I can speak and understand automatically. So I'm saying this because I want you to find out which group that as a human race that you are in, and also find out and wake as a multi-dimensional being. So I will do in terms of a couple of videos to explain who create the matrix, and also there are cosmic wars that we are in right now in Earth, and what is the Earth planet all about. So it's I just want to say that the reason that I'm doing this video, because I want you to I just want to share the information that I have and what I've been through as well, and I hope it helps, you know, a lot of people out there that, you know, they are questioning themselves, and also they're already awakened to this. And so yeah, I hope it helps. So I will explain 2-3 weeks further down about why we are in the cosmic war, and what's the reason that Earth being created by explained by Oksava, and I channel that as well to trying to find out. Also, I can be channeling too, couple of videos away, that, you know, how where humanity goes in terms of 2026 and further, and what the galactic team trying to do to help humanity. Thank you for listening.